Thank you all for joining us today. If you're watching this on October 8th, please note that this is a pre-recorded content being streamed over a live chat. We encourage you to engage with us and interact with our financial aid team and the International Education Office through the chat. We'll have a few minutes at the end of the presentation for final questions. However, once the video concludes, the presentation will end and you won't be able to submit additional questions. Once this video ends, we encourage you to quickly submit any final questions. With that, I'll hand it over to my colleague, Alexis.
Thank you so much, Miranda. And thank you everybody for sharing your time with us today. In this session, we will discuss how eligible students can use UCLA financial aid resources for our study abroad programs. Alrighty. So the information provided will be UC or UCLA specific, but most of the information will be applicable whether you're applying to us or to other schools. So who can apply? Financial aid can be extended to eligible entering and continuing undergraduate UCLA students who are attending either a UC EAP program or UCLA study abroad program. Graduate students can also receive aid, but only if the program is required to complete the graduate degree. Alrighty. So when it comes to application deadlines, it is important to first know which application to complete. For students who are considered a citizen or a permanent resident, you should submit the FAFSA, aka the free application for federal student aid. The FAFSA will be used to determine eligibility for federal, state, and institutional aid. For those students who are not considered a U.S. citizen or a permanent resident, but you've graduated from a California high school, then you should file the California DREAM Act application. The DREAM Act will be used to determine state and institutional aid eligibility. You can complete the FAFSA by visiting studentaid.gov. And to complete the DREAM Act, please visit dream.csac.ca.gov. Both applications will open December 1st each year. If the DREAM app or FAFSA application opens sooner than December 1st, we'll definitely have our website updated to reflect the opening date. We strongly encourage that every student complete their application by the March 2nd deadline, because missing this deadline can cause you to miss out on thousands of dollars of aid. As mentioned, you're going to want to submit the 25-26 FAFSA or DREAM Act application by the March 2nd deadline. Students who submit their FAFSA late will not be considered for institutional aid, such as grant funding. And it's also important to complete the supplemental housing form on MyUCLA for, and this is only for continuing students. Financial aid is available for one summer program only. Example, student is attending travel study and summer session C. If you are enrolled in travel study or global internship programs, you can only receive financial aid for one program. Please know that we are here to help you throughout this process. And it is important to pay attention to emails and message center notifications and requests from our office. The more responsive you are to our requests, the faster we can get your file processed. Part of our partnerships with families is working with you when something changes with your family financial situation. So perhaps you or your family income has changed since the application was filed, or there's been a large financial loss. We want you to consider submitting an appeal to our office. This will allow our counselors to evaluate the impact of your special circumstance on your eligibility for financial aid. So please don't hesitate to reach out to us for those changes to be considered. And to complete the financial aid process, additional information may be requested. So this may include parents or student tax transcripts, dependent or independent verification forms, proof of non-filing status for those who are not required to file taxes. And these requests can be viewed on your MyUCLA by looking at the Finances and Jobs tab and clicking Document Tracking. All supporting documents must be submitted to determine summer and academic awards. If attending summer, the priority deadlines for documents is going to be April 4th, 2025. So when it comes to the types of aid that are available for the summer, and these are based on the 2024-2025 summer estimate, so this past summer, Pell Grant is going to be determined by the FAFSA processing system. So once we receive your FAFSA, we'll be able to determine your Pell Grant amount or award. And the university grant funding is awarded to students who have a parent contribution or student contribution that is less than $20,000. And it's also based on the program units and the financial need. So if you are enrolled in 8 units for your program, based on this past summer, you would have received up to $1,500. 9 to 11 units, you would have received up to $2,250. And if you're full-time, which is 12 units or more, you can receive up to $3,000. Also, when it comes to loans, the types of loans that are available are going to be the direct subsidized, the direct unsubsidized, the Parent Plus loan, private loans as well. Also, student loans will first be awarded for the academic year. If you have any remaining loan eligibility after being awarded for the academic year, you will have student loans offered to you during the summer as well. You may also opt to move your loan eligibility over from the academic year to use for the summer. But you want to note that doing this will reduce your loan eligibility for the academic year. Just keep that in mind. Alrighty, so here we have a summer award example. And John submitted his FAFSA by the March 2nd and the travel study, by the March 2nd deadline, and the travel study financial aid application by March 21st. His student aid index, or SAI, is 4,500. He plans on attending the History Medieval Paris program from June 20th to July 15th, 2025. John plans to enroll in the required units, which is 8 for his program. So the total cost of attendance for this program is going to be $10,200. Alrighty, and for this slide, we're just going to break down the summer award examples. So the cost of attendance or the program budget, the program fee is going to be $6,500. And this is the amount that will be posted to your Bruin bill. The additional expenses incurred are going to be $3,700 for personal expenses, airfare, books, meals, and spending money. So these are indirect fees that you may incur, which brings you to the total of $10,200. And here we have the estimated financial aid package for 8 units. As mentioned, the university grant amount is going to be $1,500. The Pell Grant, which is based on the student aid index of 4,500, comes out to be $407. And then we have the loans that are awarded up to the remaining cost of attendance. So that's going to be $7,293, which gives you the total aid package of $10,200, which matches the total cost. And now I'm going to hand it over to Jess. I think you may be muted, Jess.
All right, thank you for that. So for the summer financial aid notices, award will begin mid-May and financial aid award notices will be released by mid-May, early June. Please review and follow instructions on your FAN. First-time loan borrowers must complete a master promissory note and a loan debt management session before loans are dispersed. If you're offered a Parent Plus loan, you must accept your Parent Plus loan on your FAN. The parent must also complete a loan application / credit check on studentaid.gov. This will need to happen every year that you plan to use the Parent Plus loan, and the parent must complete the master promissory note if this is the first time borrowing a Plus loan. You must complete and accept the loan before your program ends. If you plan to apply for the loan after you return from your studies, the loan will never disperse, no exceptions. And this is because that will be the end of the enrollment period and we can't disperse it. Private loans. If you're offered a private loan, please be aware that this can take more than 2 weeks to process. If you're offered a private loan on your FAN and wish to take it out, please take action immediately. You will need to locate a private lender, for example, Wells Fargo, Sallie Mae, SunTrust, and apply for a private loan based on their terms and conditions. Once you have applied and have been approved, usually you will need a cosigner. Then the lender will notify our office to verify the enrollment. This is what we call a certification. And once we receive information from the bank, we'll certify it. This information will be sent back to the lender for disbursement processing. The lender will have a 10-day holding period on funds before UCLA receives loan money. So as you can tell, this is a very long process. So if you know that you're going to be using your private loans, we do recommend that you take action immediately. And now I will hand it over to Miranda, who will talk about scholarships.
Another way to fund your study abroad program is to apply for scholarships. It's important to apply as early as possible and to pay attention to open dates and deadlines. There are a number of merit-based and need-based scholarship opportunities. Please visit the UCLA Study Abroad website at www.ieo.ucla.edu/scholarships to see what scholarships are available for the following programs, such as UCLA Travel Study, UCLA Global Internship Program, and UCEAP. Information about other scholarships are also available for national scholarship, country, region-specific scholarships, directories, and databases. Please note that there will be a presentation on scholarships presented in November, so please keep an eye out for that. If you have any questions regarding scholarships, please visit the website www.ieo.ucla.edu/scholarships. Now I will hand it back over to Alexis.
So good news, veteran benefits can be applied to study abroad programs. Please visit UCLA Abroad website at ieo.ucla.edu to get information about veteran benefits or visit the UCLA Veterans Office website. Here are some examples of types of veteran benefits that you can use. The Calvet College Fee Waiver, that's only for dependents. Chapter 33 Post 9/11 GI Bill, that's both for veterans and dependents. Chapter 31 Vocational Rehabilitation, which is only for veterans. And if you are planning to use veteran benefits for your study abroad program, please contact the UCLA Veterans Office at vabenefit@saonet.ucla.edu. Or you can go and visit the student portal for forms. Frequently asked questions. What if I want to withdraw from the program? Well, the withdrawal dates for Global Internships Program are February 12th, 2025 after 11:59. For travel study programs, the deadline is April 2nd, 2025 after 11:59. Our withdrawal policy goes as follows. After your program withdrawal date, you are responsible for the full program fee. If you decide to cancel your program after the withdrawal date, please contact the International Education Office and the Financial Aid Scholarship Program. If you still have any questions, please go ahead and contact us, whether it's through Message Center or visit our website at financialaid.ucla.edu.
With that said, we're going to focus on answering your questions. We hope you've been submitting them in the chat throughout the presentation. If you haven't yet, please go ahead and do so now. As we wrap up the Q&A, feel free to add any last-minute questions to the chat. The video content will end here. If you need to leave for another presentation or appointment, you're welcome to do so. However, if you're watching live on October 8th, we'll remain here for about 5 more minutes, during which the recording will continue with a brief pause to address any final questions. Thank you again for joining us today. If you're watching this after the fact and have further questions, please refer to the resources on the Contact Us page for this presentation. You can also reach out to the International Education Office at info@ieo.ucla.edu. Thank you again for attending this presentation. Thank you again for joining us today.